So now let me get to something that an area that I've been working on. I got a personal question for you,
Mhm, mhm.
professional question. So I've been doing FedRAMP for a while,
Okay, love
and
FedRAMP.
on and off, and I'm trying to get deeper into cloud. What
Mhm.
what advice do you have for a person, a newbie like myself, trying to get a little bit deeper into cloud? Maybe not. I'm not trying to necessarily be an architect for cloud or something
Mhm.
like that, but I'm noticing when I'm looking for jobs or whatever that they're looking for somebody with more cloud experience. What would you recommend for somebody like with my background has
Mhm.
mostly cybersecurity background and then a little bit of FedRAMP. I'm messing around a little bit of cloud stuff, but what is my next? What's my next play to get deeper into it?
Okay, just chiming in on that. FedRAMP to me is NIST 800-53, like you said, in the
Exactly.
cloud. And right now, the
Exactly.
nuance to that is this shared responsibility. So AWS, Azure, they're gonna do the hardening. They got the webcam, so now it's shared. So how do you work with that? How I got in it is I tell people pick a cloud. AWS, Azure, Google's getting the love, but I'll pick one of those two. And just study.
Okay.
I got the certs. I'm an old school guy, so as I studied to validate my studying or my learning is I got 4 AWS certs.
Okay.
Like you, I'm not an architect, but I need to know the services. I need to know how they work. And the big deal was encryption. So how are you using your KMS keys? Are you using FIPS 140-2 encryption, which is encryption that's been validated by the government and got to sign off? Those are the little things from NIST and CMC and DOD. Those are
Yeah.
the things they're looking for. So as I got those certs, my knowledge starts getting up. Then I just started labbing. Shout out to DeWine, lab every day. So I try to lab a couple times a week where I build a 3-tier network. And the new thing now is everybody's doing serverless. Now for 2025, I got to get better at Docker and Kubernetes, right? Half the things I review is talking about Dockers and Kubernetes. So what's containers? How do you secure containers? How does that work in network segmentation? Or the new buzzwords is zero trust. How do you set that up for your zero trust? So I just start learning AWS, getting validated with certs. And for me, you can cheat with certs because you got enough experience. You say, hey, I got cloud, I got some certs, so I understand the cloud. So that's how I use it. Because like you said, you got enough background. You just say, I'm proficient in the cloud, and I got AWS practitioner, associate architect, associate developer, and I got the security specialty. So that tells employers like, and I tell them, dude, I'm paper, right? My job is to do compliance and sign off on your architect to make sure we're CMC, IRS Pub 1075, STIG, DOD, HIPAA, high trust. I can look at those services and make sure we're configuring it right and we can pass an assessment. So that's
Wow.
how I went about it. As
That's
a whole
great.
guy, yeah. And
Wonderful.
we kind of the same boat. You just need to know the services. And the cool thing is both of them, they say this services, they have the compliance if it's NIST certified or CMC certified. So they do each individual service. So
Oh, you mean AWS has each one of those artifact services
certified. So you can look
built
out
in
at
there?
Yep. So if you're doing an S3 bucket where you just object store and it says, okay, it can do NIST work, it could do CMC work. Because
That's awesome.
what AWS did and what everybody follow us, they wanted that government work, so they make it easy for you. So you just got to
Right.
configure together. So I go out,
Right.
and people don't even realize that I'm like, that service you do is not, it's not IRS Pub 1075. Now we could do some stuff to make it, but out of the box it's not, right? So
Wow.
that's the things we learn. And we can link up. That's what I go through on my videos to talk about those services. So I try to say this is a proof of concept or blueprint architecture for HIPAA. Then it goes through and say, these are the services, this is what they are, and this is why they meet that requirement.
Just so you guys know, all you guys watching on TikTok, on Facebook, wherever, Professor Black Ops has training on his channel. So go ahead and check him out. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm already subscribed to him. I'm already learning a lot of stuff about the cloud stuff. So go ahead and check him out. This dude knows what he's talking about. We're talking about compliance. We're talking about cloud. And this is the way, like he was saying before we got on this is not the future. This is now.
Yeah.
Like this cloud compliance stuff is now. I find myself as I'm looking for jobs and stuff, they keep asking cloud, do you have cloud? Do you have this? Do you have that? So just like Professor Black Ops is saying, I'm about to get that cloud certification. I'm about to go that route right there because that's what they're looking for right now.
And it
Another
wasn't
question
hard
for
with
you.
your background. With your background, it wasn't hard. It was just getting the terminology and because all the stuff you're
Right,
doing on
exactly.
prem, They really just doing it in the cloud. Now they make it a little easier to spin up a VM or to spin over, do a failover. In the old days, you really had to configure that. You do that with 2 or 3 buttons. You fail over from Cali to Chicago, right? But all the stuff you're doing on prem, they just make it super easy. So it's just really the terminology. All that stuff you're already doing, the fit, segmentation, they just doing it in the cloud. So you just got to pick up that nomenclature so you can communicate. So you, like I said, I did 4 certs in probably 3 months, man. It didn't take me long.
Wow. Okay.
We've been doing it forever. It's nothing different. If you know what a VM and a hypervisor, that's an EC2, right? If you let her know what about a load balancer, it's a that, right? So it's all the same stuff. I mean, you deal with Cisco and Juniper, it's all the same stuff with network and AWS and Azure. It's just their nomenclature for it.
Okay.